JKB back with another episode. Today I'm reviewing the Disney Afternoon Collection. Thank you so much to Disney for sending over the review copy for my PS4. As always, hit the like button, subscribe if you like what I did by the end of this video, and if you want nudes, call me up on the phone, 647-884-something. Hey, listen, I'm a huge fan of retro games. Am I a huge fan of when they take a collection of them and kind of spit them out? Not really. I mean, I'd rather go back and play the originals on, classic television, not really on my HD TV if I'm going to experience something like this. This is a debatable topic. How many people want to play retro games on crisp HD TVs, or how many people want to go back in time and play them on the classic TVs as they were originally released? So when you see something like this come out, which includes 6 games that are real classics, I mean, Chip 'n Dale, Rescue Rangers, TaleSpin, and, I'm missing one here. DuckTales. Woo! That is kind of a collection you look at and go, whoa, I need to own this thing. For $20 US, you better believe you gotta go pick this thing up if you're into retro gaming. From the classic platforming to the characters that you know and love growing up, this is a package that you will not regret picking up. This has some of the classic games of your childhood, and they've introduced a couple of new things in there. First thing I want to talk about is boss rush mode, which is very interesting. What they've done is decided to take the classic sort of let's play world record attempt thing where people try to defeat the bosses in the least amount of time. You now have sort of a score-keeping ability on screen. You've got the boss up there, and that's all it is. Boss rush mode is awesome for Let's Players. I mean, I really see a lot of people going in there and competing on this thing because you have your time right there. Nobody can be like, no, this is fake. You do it. If you're the high score winner, you're on screen, and you're on a, whatever, PSN or Xbox, you're in there. It's engraved until somebody comes along and beats you in boss rush mode. That's it. You've got time attack, which does the exact same thing. So I'm sitting back thinking like, wow, they really thought this thing through because, retro games are all about Let's Players. Let's Players like to go back and try to beat the game in the shortest amount of time now. And to see that built into a game from Disney, I'm thinking, Capcom, learn your fucking lessons, because Disney just kicked your ass in terms of retro collections. They also introduced a filter which makes it look like the old, looks like book learning, no good here, looks like the old retro 8-bit television memory that you have in your head, that grainy, washed out dream look that you only really get if you go back in time and play it on a classic Nintendo. So you've got these filters which nobody's going to use. You have the ability to also turn it to full screen or complete widescreen, or the classic 4:3. Now of course people want to know, this emulation, how good is it? Well, I mean, I can't tell the difference between the original and this. Obviously it's crisp, crystal clear in HD. It looks spectacular on my Samsung.matrix display that Samsung sent over. Thanks for that, by the way. Check out my review. It looks really good on there. So at the end of the day, I'm looking at this package and I'm thinking it's $20, it's almost $30 Canadian because the Canadian dollar's in the shitter. Don't know why. But looking at it, I gotta say, I give it like a solid 8.5 out of 10. You're not gonna find these games ever again for $20. Ever. None of them. You won't find a single one of these games in the collection, from DuckTales, Chip 'n Dale, Rescue Rangers, which, is just amazing to play it because I remember playing it on my Nintendo back in the day and just thinking the platforming in these games is something, just, if you're going to ever make, a classic 8-bit game nowadays with the pixel art, you go back to these games if it's a platformer and you study these. Games like Shovel Knight, highly inspired by DuckTales. DuckTales 1 and 2. It's cool to see the difference between 1 and 2, and the graphics, whoa, they look a lot better in 2. Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers looks amazing, part 1 and 2. It all looks good. TaleSpin, of course. it's all there. Everything works well, and I think you need to pick this up if you're a fan of the classic Disney not the Super Nintendo games, Nintendo games. I mean, really, I gotta go now because I gotta go learn English. Thanks for watching. If you like what I did, subscribe, hit the like button, send me all of your fucking money. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of JKB.